I'm Meridian, the elf in your internet, and I don't really know how to make YouTube videos, but I want to know. So, this is video 2 out of 30 videos I'm making in 30 days to learn the process of making YouTube videos. So, if you are interested in how can you make your own YouTube videos, what is it that's actually valuable there, and following my little path and seeing what I did and didn't do and how I did things wrong or right, then great, you're here. This is the place. I suppose let's get into it then. Oh boy, am I tired. Uh, I have just returned from my workplace. Some things that I wrote down today that I wanted to talk about. So, when you want to start a YouTube channel, there's sort of like, how serious am I going to be when I do this? Am I just doing this as like a hobby? Am I just doing this for fun? Those are, in my mind, distinct. And then am I just doing this to improve my own skill, or am I going to try to make money doing this? I think all of those things should be in mind before you actually make a YouTube channel. So in my mind, I was thinking there's no point in doing it unless I'm kind of serious about it. So I want to give it a good fair shot. And I think I know some of what is valuable. And so I want to make sure I want to let my intuition guide me. Suffice to say, I'm not really expecting to make any money, but regardless, I'm going to take this very serious, fairly seriously. Anyway, that's basically just me saying I'm going to put some effort into it, and I'll probably slack on other things that I was just doing for fun, like playing RimWorld, and instead I'll put some more time into this. And speaking of time, today I wasn't sure when I'd find time to record this video. I ended up finding some here, but I've been going since morning. Since I woke up this morning, I was running late. I got late to a thing I needed to be at, and anyway, I have to stream later today. And so it's like, when am I gonna find time to squeeze this in? I always go to bed right after I stream, so it's like, what? There's no time left. Well, I guess I found a little bit of time to squeeze it in, but maybe the lesson here should be something like, I need to make sure to plan ahead. I need to recognize, maybe I need to keep a little more track of my schedule, because I'm not one who really does that. Keep a little track of my schedule, make sure that I don't have anything coming up that's gonna perturb my disturb my normal day-to-day, just to make sure that I'll have time for this. And if I am not going to have time one day, I should probably make time ahead of that day to do this before then. I think it would be pretty easy for me to find like a day where I could record, I don't know, 10 of these, but I think that kind of goes against the point. So I'll try not to do that. Rather, I will endeavor to do them after I've learned some things, but every day. So I want to learn something every day and then get back to it. What have I learned today? Today, I was watching some videos. Let's see. I'll put in the description specifically a video that came out today at the time that I'm recording this, which will be the day before it goes up. I watched a video by Ali Abdal. He kind of talks about productivity and it's sort of like life coaching type things. And he has a video that he put out today about YouTube and how to make like some things that you can check off to make sure that your YouTube channel is on the right track, kind of thing. And so that was really interesting. It had some good stuff in it about it's important to have professional thumbnails, and it's important to be consistent, and there was lots of other good little tidbits in there. So I'll let you guys go look at that. Won't steal his thunder on that one. Another thing on the topic of effort that I wanted to bring up, Alex Hormozy, another, he talks about business. He's like an entrepreneur, and he kind of coaches people into being good at it. becoming entrepreneurs themselves and making money and all that stuff. That's not really what I'm doing here, but I think that he does have some good things to say about getting stuff done. And getting stuff done is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get videos out, right? So he has a principle where he says, be impatient with input, but be patient with output. And what he means by that is basically you should always be making sure to put in. So in this case, it's going to be like, I should be putting in YouTube videos. I shouldn't be waiting around. I should be impatient about it. So I should be making videos, putting them up, and not expecting right away any sort of outcome in particular. I can't just expect like a ton of views, or whatever, money overnight, that kind of thing. That's the patience with output aspect, right? So I guess generally his philosophy is sort of lean forward and have a bias towards action. Act and do what you can do. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, rewards will come sooner or later in one shape or another. No guarantees that you'll get exactly what you want, but you'll get something, right? I think it's kind of hard to imagine a situation where, for example, I uploaded 1,000 videos and didn't get anything at all out of it. I think at the very least I'll improve at it. And there should be other things that I'm benefiting. Like I'm probably going to get better at talking. I'm probably going to get some takeaways that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Like programmers have this principle where they talk to a rubber duck and explain the problem that they're having to the rubber duck. And just by having spoken it out loud, they kind of solve their own problems because they've had to really dig into the problem mentally to be able to explain it. So in doing this, I'm kind of doing that. So whatever it is that I decide to talk about, I'll probably get a more in-depth understanding of it than otherwise. So that's probably valuable. Also, if you put up 1,000 videos, it's hard to imagine not getting thousands of views. That's like 2 views per video. That's 2,000 views, right? 1 view per video is 1,000 views. I mean, if 1,000 people see these videos and I can't gain anything valuable from that. I mean, somebody's going to leave a comment somewhere along the way. Someone's going to say, hey, here's what you could do better, or here's what I liked about this. And all of that should be valuable to me. So I can't imagine making 1,000 videos and not literally getting nothing. I think there's definitely going to be something. And so it's worth trying. It's worth doing. And certainly it's better than just sort of sitting around and thinking about how cool it would be if I did that, right? Just do it. There's this, I think a lot of people want to think that doing something like this, like starting a YouTube channel or getting like a following online is sort of a matter of luck. And I think there is some luck to it. I mean, you can't control every aspect of this. And so in that sense, there's some luck, right? But there's some, I think there's less luck than what people are liable to think, in that like marketing is a skill, and it's a skill that you can train. So marketing is basically the get my message out there skill. So if you can get good at marketing, then you don't need the luck of someone just happening across your video, because you've been putting effort into making sure that people come across your video, right? So that's not luck, that's skill you put in. That's effort you put in. So if I'm not good at that yet, then it just means I need to get better at it. So that's one of the skills, one of the many, many skills you need to be a content creator on the internet, it turns out. But who doesn't like collecting a few skills here and there? Another thing that came to mind today was, what do I want to make and what do people want to see? So I talked last time about how I want kind of what my goals are, what I'm trying to get out of this. But I don't think when you put something up on the internet, it's supposed to be, it doesn't have to be, not necessarily, but I'm trying to be cooperative. This is something that I do with you guys, with whoever happens to be watching, anybody who leaves the comments. This is something that I'm doing, we're doing together. You know, it's not just me all by myself. And so in that sense, I need to care not just about what I want out of it, but also what you want. Who is the viewer and what is it that they value? It can't just be about what it is that I want. And so there's some kind of Venn diagram to be drawn here of what it is that I want to do and what it is that people want to see. And wherever that overlap is will be the most successful video, is the theory, I think. There are people out there who have their own interests, and that's part of that marketing skill that I've got to build up. So I want to make sure that if you're watching this and you spent the time, it's an investment of time to watch this, that you get some value out of it. Anyway, I hope you did. And I got to start making notes of what I talked about in these, because if I can tell that after a week or something, I'm going to forget about exactly what I had spoken on if I don't write it down. So I better do that. After this, I'm going to write down what I did today and yesterday. That's it. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. I've been Meridian, the elf in your internet, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.